Will Christopher Nolan twist your brain with Dunkirk? Hello everyone, and welcome to Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry, and today I want to tell you about one of the movies that I was looking forward to the most this summer, and I think probably a lot of other people agree, Dunkirk. This is the Christopher Nolan directed recreation of the famous rescue from the coast of France during World War II when British and French soldiers were pinned down on the beach by German forces, and they wound up bringing in British civilians in little tiny boats to help get the 400,000 troops off the beach. That's the main idea. That's really all you need to know about plot, and it's kind of nice in that way because Christopher Nolan can kind of jump in and just kind of play around with some of the individual storylines. So Nolan divides his narrative into three major pieces that are all happening simultaneously on the screen, but are actually a little bit jumbled around time-wise. No big surprise, it's Christopher Nolan. In the first one, a British soldier named Tommy is trying to get off of the beach and trying to get onto some kind of a ship to take him to safety. But it seems like every time he goes to a new place, that place winds up getting attacked and his supposed safety turns into panic. In the second thread, a British civilian and his two sons take their family boat across the English Channel to try to help with the rescue. And along the way, they pick up a marooned soldier whose boat had been hit by a U-boat, and it's played by Cillian Murphy. The third thread is actually my favorite and probably the most intense of three very, very intense plot threads in this movie. In this one, two British Spitfire pilots fly around over the English Channel trying to clear the air of German bombers who are trying to take out the soldiers who are waiting on the beach. It's very exciting. It has some absolutely amazing visuals, as you might expect. I mean, Christopher Nolan has already kind of established himself as a very visual director, and it's really great to see. You'll really enjoy it anywhere, but IMAX is truly the way to experience this movie. Now, at the same time, the soundtrack is almost overwhelming. Now, the location that I was at, I don't know if it was the location or it was the film, but I actually had a tough time following some of the dialogue because the Hans Zimmer soundtrack and a lot of the sound effects were just so huge and constant and persistent. There's really no let up in this movie. There's no real breathing room. There's no time where Nolan just kind of lets you sit back, which will make you relieved to know that the movie is only an hour and 45 minutes long, which is pretty short by his standard. So I don't know if this one is going to completely measure up to his best and most celebrated movies, but Dunkirk is definitely a visual cinematic experience worth seeing in IMAX. And I get a lot out of it. It's this really cool historical subject, really well done. I give it 3.5 stars out of 4. Now, Dunkirk is also rated PG-13, really just almost exclusively for the war violence, which doesn't get too graphic. It's very violent, very sudden, very persistent. There's lots of explosions and people flying around the beach, but it's not particularly, I would almost call it a soft PG-13 in that sense. It's very intense, not very graphic. So what is your favorite World War II movie or your favorite Christopher Nolan movie? We're going to go with 2 questions this time. Leave your answers in the comment section below. And thanks for watching. This has been Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry, and I would be thrilled if you would subscribe on your way out, keep your notifications on so you can see our new clips as soon as they are up. And thanks as always to our friends at Rockagator for their continued sponsorship.